Welcome back. It's TVUs Most Wanted. I am Jared, and as promised, Matt MacDonald from the Classic Crime joining me on the show. Hey, Matt, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You've had a lot of life changes since the last time we talked. First and foremost, let's talk about the haircut. It looks very suave.
It was a big life change. You know, I've had long hair for like a decade, so yeah. I don't know. I'm still kind of getting used to it. Not really into it fully yet, but.
Well, you can always grow it out at least, but that might take a while.
That's the truth. You know, people, when I had long hair, people always ask me, "How did you do that? Like, I want hair like you." And I basically told them the truth. You just don't cut it, and it's crazy. It grows, and then you have it. So.
That's awesome.
I can always get it back.
So the other life change, congratulations on becoming a father, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's very, very cool stuff. And I actually was following along with your side project, The Vocal Few, and I didn't know that that had to do with your kid. Tell me the story. Tell everybody the story behind that. I think that's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, I've been married to my wife for coming up on 7 years. But we've always had, like, 1 second. Can you not play for a second? I just need to listen to this. This is Skip over here playing guitar in the background. So it's always, all drummers always want to be guitar players. And all singers want to be drummers, so I'm guilty of that. No, but we've always wanted to do something, well, she's always wanted to do something, and I've always kind of, like, not wanted to do the work. And this is her being pregnant was kind of a motivation for me to get on the horse, so to speak, and record some songs. So we did it. There's not much more to it.
Dude, it turned out really well. I have to say, I really, really like what I've heard so far. I'm really impressed with your wife's voice, and you guys sound great together, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been crazy. Like, I'll be honest with you, I didn't really enjoy recording it because I didn't know what the point was, I guess. I mean, with the Classic Crime, we have a fan base, and we have people who want to hear it. And I didn't even know if anyone would want to listen to it. So it was hard to, like, get motivated to do it. And then, you know, since the release, it's sort of just been, like, mind-blowing to see how many people have responded to it and enjoyed it. And I don't know, it's inspirational. It's inspiring me on this new Classic Crime record because we're going to be doing this one DIY, kind of like I just did Vocal Few, and I don't know, it can totally be done. So it's a good little example of that.
Yeah, very good stuff. Very good. All right, well, we'll talk to Matt from the Classic Crime about the Classic Crime record. If you didn't notice, he's actually in the studio as we speak. So stick around. More with Matt coming up. It's TVU's Most Wanted. It's TVU's Most Wanted. I'm Jared, and that is Matt from the Classic Crime. We just got a chance to talk to him about his side project, The Vocal Few. If you want to find out more, of course, link up at TVUlive.com. Matt, you're in the studio right now for a different reason, and that would be working on a new Classic Crime record. That's pretty sweet, man.
Yes, we are about 3 days in, and we're tracking some drums. And this is hopefully the final day of drum tracking. But it's exciting. We're kind of doing it on our own, and we've got everybody sort of all in DIY style. Like, hopefully it pays off and people can be compensated for their time. Like, we're out here at Destiny Studios in Monroe, and everybody's just they've just pitched in and said, you know what, I want to be a part of this project. We don't really have any money. We don't have a budget. We're probably looking to do one of those Kickstarters or Pledge Musics or something like that to release to be able to release it and to, you know, manufacture CDs and things like that. So yeah, we're just excited at the possibilities, and we're excited at how the new tunes are turning out. And I don't know, man, I think it's a good time for musicians to be able to kind of connect with people without a middleman, if I can be as vague as possible.
Yeah, no, that's very cool. Actually, let's talk a little bit about that, the idea of Kickstarter in general. It's obviously something that's just been blowing up. Lots of bands that have been on labels for a long time are going to Kickstarter. They're raising their funds to get into the studio. How does that kind of change things for you guys as a band? How is that different than being on a label?
Well, it's a lot different in that with a label, they loan you a bunch of money to make a record, and they sort of dictate where that money goes, and then you have to go out and tour and beat the streets and sell a lot of albums to make up for the money that they loaned you. With this, with the fundraiser or the crowdfunding aspect, everybody pays for the record, and you don't have to pay anybody back. How you pay them back is with these packages, with vinyl, or their name in the CD liner notes, or a date with a band member. These kind of just really cool, intimate, personal packages that they can purchase, or they can just purchase the CD for $10, and them pre-purchasing it or pre-ordering it guarantees that it's actually going to get made.
Right.
And I think that's the cool part about it, is that people can actually take ownership in the music of their favorite bands. We've seen this with like a lot of bands. Five Iron Frenzy had a great success.
Yeah.
And other label mates of ours, Thousand Foot Crutch and Project 86, did pretty well out there, totally independent. And I think that people are wanting to value music again. I think music's been free and cheap for a decade or so, ever since file sharing got out there, and I think people want to be involved in it. There's not this big disconnect or this big divide between the artist and the listener, so to speak, in music anymore. People want to connect, and a way for them to do that is to get actually financially involved in the project and say, you know what, I was part of that being made. Not only do I get to enjoy it, but I can actually pat myself in the back and go, I made that. I produced that. I was part of a team of people that helped that come about. And I think that's special. And I think it also allows the artist to really focus on the music and not focus on paying a loan back to a label or the pressures of the success of the record. Because everybody who pays into the record gets the record.
Yeah.
And it's not about profits per se. It's more about giving people what they want. And I think that's a really cool aspect of the whole deal.
Yeah, that's really, really cool, man. Let's talk with Matt more about this idea of crowdfunding and the new Classic Crime album coming up. So don't go anywhere. Matt from the Classic Crime joining me on the show. It's TMW.